Hello, my angels and devils, and all who may wander here. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Amanda Claus is here with something fun for you. I am so sorry, I've been so absent. I don't know which order these are going to go up in, so I can't tell you which video is going to be which, but basically I have been sick as, I still am sick as, I'm struggling. I've got my sports water, which I probably should put behind the tree. You don't need to see that. Anyway, so today we're going to make a sugar scrub. Now, I love this. I see lots of people buying expensive ones, and I understand buying things. I just put some water from the kettle in that, and that is just virgin coconut oil. I have done this with just plain olive oil before. I am going to give you a warning. If you make this, when you use it, put something down to like if you've got a sheet that you're about to put in the wash, put something like an old towel, something down to catch all the bits that fall, because it is very slippery. It can be very slippery. And also make sure you've got a shower mat in the shower when you're washing it off, just because, and probably do it close to when you're going to clean the shower floor, because that way you won't have that oil slick, which is a little bit scary as someone who is prone to slipping. So mind you, I'm trying the coconut oil. I've not done it with the coconut oil before, and I know coconut oil absorbs in a little better than olive oil. So I've just melted a couple of tablespoons in here. As I said, this is like organic virgin coconut oil. This was on super special one day, so I picked it up. That's the only reason I'm using this. I do have olive oil, but I wanted to see what the difference is. We have raw sugar, brown sugar, white sugar. Now you might ask why I have all three of these. Okay, the brown sugar is a really fine texture, so it's sort of like a polishing. The white sugar is slightly grittier, which is really good for getting rid of dead skins. And then the raw sugar, because I do have very dry skin in places, I wanted something a bit harsher than just the regular white sugar and the brown sugar. But I'm going to use less of the raw sugar. So to start with, and you'll have to, this is the container I have at the moment. I just life, sick. Dishes are not a priority when I'm sick. Nothing is. I can tell you how sick I am. Last night I was going to film a video for you on a really yummy dinner that I'm probably not going to be able to do now, because it's probably, the fish is probably going to have to be thrown out. And I had a nap, thinking I'll have a nap, it'll be okay, it won't matter. My sister dropped off my ham because I couldn't get one online, and then I went back to bed, and I woke up and it was 10:30. I had a really bad stomach pain, and then about an hour later, after all that went, I went straight back to sleep, woke up at about 3:30, couldn't get back to sleep, and so I have been up since 3:30 this morning. But yeah, and it was grocery day, and it's just, you know, there's so much I have to do, and I am so struggling to get it done. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen a photo, and it's a really bodgy photo as well, of the bows I made for my niece for an order that she put in, which is sort of, we're swapping at the moment. So instead of me buying her a present, I made her bows rather than her pay me and me hand her the money back anyway. So that's brown sugar. This is dark brown. I didn't realise that, but I didn't want to open new brown sugar because I do have light brown sugar as well. So now this is just plain white sugar. Now, none of these are organic, but if you wanted to use organic, you could. Look, I'm not super fussed, because in the end of the day, this is just going to go down the drain anyway, and this is the cheap version, basically. So we want a cup of that, and I'm just going to pop my sugars back down in my little cubby hole down here. That way they're out of the way. Do have a plastic bag to shove this one in. Excuse the rustles of the plastic bag. Okay. And then Now, because this is grittier, I was only going to use half as much. I'm having trouble getting into this bag. Does anyone else have that problem sometimes where, or where you open a bag and everything just spills out? Because that happens to me a lot too. You'll have to forgive me, I'm not used to this top. So I was going, and actually that's not as coarse as I thought it would be, but I was going to do about half as much of that because I just thought a whole cup mixed in with the other two would be too abrasive. So that's your stuff. Now, I don't know how much of the coconut oil I need. I have it beside me in case I need more. And after this, I'm going to do a tutorial where we fill an ornament and decorate it with the sugar scrub, because I thought that would be a really nice touch. Now, honestly, as I said, I am not sure about how much of this you really need. So I'm just going to do a couple of, maybe 3 spoonfuls of this at the moment, because the idea is you want it not to have too much of the coconut. Like, you don't want this, you want a sandy texture, and I may have already oversaturated this, so I may have to do it a little more again, like add in more sugars and stuff. See, it really doesn't take a lot of your main ingredients. Yeah, I've definitely, I can see already how wet this is, so I will add a little bit extra of all the sugars just to really stop this being a little too wet. Let me make sure I've mixed it really well. I would have put maybe, honestly, a tablespoon less of the coconut oil. That's actually mixed in really well. When I did this with olive oil, I found the olive oil really hard to mix in, which is why I did do so much of the coconut oil. So give me a second and I'll pull out my sugars again. And we'll just add half a cup extra, I think, of each one, just to see how we go. That's the good thing with stuff like this. When you're making this at home, you can adjust it, like, and the thing is, yes, this makes a lot, but you can store this in an airtight container for a while. It honestly stores really well for a few weeks, and, you know, this is something we should be doing. Like, this is a really good natural way to exfoliate. There's no chemicals or anything in this that you don't want on your skin. If you've got someone who's allergic to things, it's a great gift as well. I will probably do these up in some ornaments. Like, I'm going to use some for me, I'm not going to lie. Okay. So I just wish I had a light brown open, but I don't want to just go opening stuff just to make recipes. I've got brown sugar all over me. This is going to be fun for the next videos. You're going to see the results of this video. Where is it? I can see brown sugar. I see brown sugar and candy cane. Oh dear. Brand new shirt that I'm wearing that's been sitting in my closet for ages, and I get candy cane everywhere, of course. And a little bit more of raw sugar just to make it nice and balanced. And I may just do half a cup of that, just to make it easy, half and half, which makes that a whole cup of raw sugar and a cup and a half of each of the others. At present, we'll see how we go. This turned out a lot more than I was expecting it to be honest. I was not expecting to make such a big batch of this. It is very lucky I have quite a few ornaments to fill. Now, you can add essential oil into this if you want to. I thought I had peppermint oil, but I don't. But because I am making this to use as a gift as well, and you don't always know other people's things, you know, choices with essential oils, I pulled 3 out of my cupboard. I have Energy, which is what I was going to use for me, Euphoria, which is lemongrass, spearmint, and spike lavender, which I know I can't use because my sister wouldn't like, and Heart and Soul, which is one of my favourite oils. Ian Cameron Smith brought out a CD to go with that, which is really beautiful. So I think I'm just going to use, and it's probably going to sound a little weird, but you know, sometimes you got to do these things. See, that is, or see, even that, I could probably still add more sugar into that. You just want this sandy sort of texture, basically. And yeah. So if you're going to make this, I would start just by 1 tablespoon of the oil and go from there. And it's much, see, I can pour that straight back into the coconut oil because nothing's been added to it, and I just lost my light. Wonderful. I will pick that up before the next video, but yes. So now what I'm going to do is I've got some vanilla extract. Because I love the scent of vanilla, I know my niece and my nieces and sister love the scent of vanilla. You know, who doesn't like the scent of vanilla? So I'm just going to drizzle about 2 or 3 capfuls of this through, which may sound like a lot, but I want to make sure all the sugar gets some of the vanilla, and I'm pretty sure that I'd rather have, you know, no one's going to complain that it's too vanilla-y, I don't think. You know, it'll leave a nice vanilla scent on the skin, and who doesn't want that? So now this is definitely made up more than this would take me a good 2 or 3 goes. Like, I'm big, so yes, I'm going to chew through lots of this. So for me, buying this from a store is not economical, not for someone my size. Not when you're going to end up using a whole sort of large $20-odd packet of it in one go. I don't have that kind of money to spend. This, honestly, when you look at the fact that all the sugars except for one are no name, and the no name version of brown sugar is $2.69 for the kilo pack. A kilo of white sugar is $1. A kilo of raw sugar is about $1 or $1.50. This is so cheap to make. I mean, the coconut oil is your most expensive ingredient in this. And as I said, if you've got olive oil, you can use olive oil. And honestly, I think you probably could have got away with a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. Because look at how... Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Oh, that smells so pretty. Does it smell nice? Okay, see, it's only... I smell more of the brown sugar than I do the vanilla, so I'm going to add a bit extra vanilla. That's the thing, you just do it to whatever... Like, this just smells like brown sugar to me. So I want to add a bit more vanilla because I want it to be vanilla-y. I like vanilla. And honestly, I could, if this container was bigger, I would probably have doubled the amount of ingredients I added on that 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, which I honestly, genuinely was not expecting at all, to be able to go, oh wow, I can do so much with this. Now what I'm going to do, how long have we been going? 13 minutes. That's not too bad. I mean, you can see how quick and easy this is. Okay, I know I'm not looking at you a lot, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit and do a bit of a demo on my hand. So you just take it and you just rub it in. I'll put this on my table because I don't want to put this stuff I've used back in there. And you literally just rub it into your skin and let it fall off, and then you usually shower off, but I'm going to grab a wet one. And that actually, raw sugar, isn't as abrasive as I thought it was going to be, which is really good because you don't want something too harsh on your skin. Oh my gosh, do you ever get that where you try and get one of your wet ones out and they all want to come out at once? Okay, so this, if I had known this was going to be so messy, this would have been the last tutorial, one of the last things I did. But you can see here, let me grab and dry it and get all the sugar off my fingers. Oh my goodness, there's sugar everywhere in this house now. But basically you get this really nice smooth skin. It removes all the dead skin from your body. You can, it's sort of, if you wanted to do it on your face and you found the brown sugar, the raw sugar too much, you could so easily just omit that and do a face scrub, or even a lip scrub like this, because this is completely natural. This takes the place of body scrub, lip scrub, rubbish bag, brush off all the brown sugar. So yeah, so you can use this in the place of 3 different scrubs. It can be facial scrub, body scrub, and even a really good pedicure scrub. Like so you've got 4 uses in one thing. You've made it yourself. There's nothing artificial or nasty in this. You've got vanilla extract, 3 types of sugar, and as I said, honestly, just looking at that, I could probably get away with a bit more sugar in that, but that's about the consistency you want. You want something that you can rub into your skin that doesn't quite flake off straight away, and it smells, I wish you could smell it, as brown sugar and vanilla, and it's just beautiful. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, you know, all the usuals. I kind of hate saying that spiel. It feels a bit, I don't know, not very me to have to beg for people to like and subscribe and stuff, but I'm trying to do the YouTube thing properly. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want more natural sort of product tutorial things. I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, though this certainly is both, because you've not added anything that is an animal product into here. That is the other thing. This is a really good thing if you have friends who are vegetarian or vegan and you don't know what to get them, or you want to give them something in the beauty way but you don't know or you can't afford to because it is so expensive at times. A homemade sugar scrub, get a really nice mason jar, decorate it. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. This video is heading up towards the 20-minute mark. I really hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a Merry Vlogmas, I wish you a Merry Vlogmas, I wish you a Merry Vlogmas, and the vlog ends right here.